We have here a very nice Olivetti Underwood Lettera 32. It's an Italian design from the 1960s. I believe it was designed in 1963. It's a very nice machine, it's a strange color to describe. It's kind of a seafoam green, sky blue mix to my eye. It's very pretty, very nice finish. The only problem on the entire typewriter that I can find cosmetically is one very, very tiny scratch right here. I don't know if you can even see it on that, but I'll put some pictures in the actual listing that will that'll show it close up so you can see it. It's almost not even visible to your eye when you're normally using it, but it is there, so I had to mention it. As far as functions, let me go through the carriage functions first. Here's the spacing. You have 0, 1, 2, and 3 spacing, as always. You can see on this machine there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 0. The paper load is right here. You pull this forward and it now releases the pinch rollers underneath on the machine. You can lift the paper bale by hand. That doesn't come up automatically, and set it back down once you've got the paper in place. Put this back once you've lined it up and you'll be ready to go. This on both sides here is the carriage release. Okay, there's a button. I just went into lock mode, so I'll show you the lock. If you press this, pull up on this right here on my right hand, you're now in unlocked mode. And to relock it, just put it down and move it till it locks in, and it's locked. It won't go anywhere now. Once again, out of lock mode. That thing is a little hard to pull up at times. You have to kind of work it back and forth and pull it up and it'll come up. There is a release on the left side for doing tiny adjustments without having the ratchet in place, so you can make adjustments for forms and the like. The cover comes off very simply. It just lifts off. There are hooks in the front and a spring in the back that picks up when you drop it down in. There's kind of a neat feature on this one with the ribbon return, or ribbon turnaround, if you will, end of ribbon. Instead of having to use rivets and all that kind of nonsense, they just have a sensor that when the one side of the ribbon gets tight, the sensor switches and it pulls it up just on tension, turns it around the other way, which is kind of nice. Ribbon threading and everything is just like any other manual typewriter. They use a black on top, red on the bottom ribbon, typically in these as the original. I'm all off. Setting and clearing tabs. Here's the tab set clear button. Set is up, clear is down. So let's go to 20, set 1. Let's come into roughly 40, set 1. Let's come into 60, set 1 or thereabouts. Go back over here. We'll hit the tab, which is the red button. There's our 20, there's our 40, there's our 60, and there's the end. And to clear them, all you have to do is hold the tab clear key down and run through. So you can see how the unit works. It's not a bad idea to use 2 or 3 sheets of typewriter paper. It quiets up the machine while you're using it and makes it easier on the platens, which are sometimes on these vintage machines a little harder than they should be, so it doesn't wear the platen quite so much. Okay, back here are your margins. We'll set it in like this and like this, just to something reasonable. You saw me use the release and then put it back on. Everything's tight now. We'll go to, I guess, 1.5 spacing. Okay, down here, and this is the margin release right here. The number 1 key, where it's normally 1. If I come over to tab to the margin, can't go anywhere, hit the release, and you can continue on. Blue, white, red, allows you to select blue and red, obviously, and white was for mimeograph stenciling, which nobody does anymore, so it doesn't matter. I guess that's about all I can say for the functionality of the machine. Alright, let's do a little bit of typing so you can see what the text looks like and how this thing works. Generally, I recommend you put a couple of 3 pieces of paper into the older vintage machines like this. It's a little easier on the platen and it's a little quieter. I'll go left to right, top to bottom. Let's type with the caps lock off first. I hit the forward space there, so we're going to have a space in the middle of it, but oh well. Okay, coming back, we'll turn the shift lock on, do the same thing. one key at a time, John. That was the J, just so I can show you it isn't a problem. Okay, and that's one point I'd like to make, is a lot of people say their keys don't stick. Well, keys not sticking and keys operating like that are two different things. If your keys operate fast enough where you can type like this with them not getting in the way, it's virtually useless. Okay, let's do some lowercase. Okay, let me do some uppercase and lowercase on both red. Just random. And we'll do the same thing on blue. So you can see the thing lines up really nicely. Okay, now coming in to show that type. There you can see what we did just now. It looks pretty darn good. New ribbon, very clean, very bold. Except for where I was flying with those keys going bang, 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 bang. You can see, oops, there is a brand new ribbon I just put in, and it's all ready to go. Here's the case. It's leather, and it's in very nice shape, very pretty. This is the top. This is the bottom. Handles in good shape both sides. Inside we have some paperwork, like a quick start guide. We have a set of brushes. Don't know if these are original or not, but probably are. Look like that. And we have a dust cover, which is a very nice thing to have. Don't see too many of those come with typewriters this age, and that's a nice feature. Inside, it's in pretty nice shape. You can see some oil spots, like virtually all of them have. I went in and cleaned it with, and it's always in the bottom, not the top usually. Went in and cleaned them very lightly with some hydrogen peroxide. I didn't want to get any more rowdy than that for fear of messing things up, but they're about 1/4 of the darkness they were, so it looks a lot better. And the zippers all work fine, if I can get a hold of it. Good case. And what I mean, going back to blue, by you can have a typewriter that the keys don't stick but it's still useless, is a typewriter that's working right will look like this on any key you pick. That you can type on. When you go thunk and it goes, you can't type. It's just useless. So anyway, this one, any key you pick, will type like that. Okay? And just to pull it off and show you what it's been typing. Okay, there's what it's been typing. You can see where I was typing really fast, the J's and T's and stuff and all that, that it was, I'm not even on it. But if you look at the rest of the type, if I can get out of the light here, if you look at the rest of the type, you can see how sharp it looks. Yeah, I can take you around and show it to you. Here's the left side. Here's the front. Here's the right side. Here's the back. Go ahead and pull that paper out. Put these down. You look around. Pull the cover off. I've been typing, so there'll be a little bit of ink on these now, but they're absolutely perfectly clean, or they will be when I touch them with alcohol again. The whole machine, all down inside, is really, really clean and nice. See if I can get some additional light in here so you can actually see down into everything. Now you can see how clean those keys are, and like I said, I'll take the last little bit off them so they'll be shiny, sparkly. Okay, here's looking in the other way. You can see this machine is just absolutely sparkly clean. Even if you look in the sides of those things, you'll see they're bright silver inside. Everything is clean. Clean, clean, clean. And that's why it works like it does. New ribbon. Cover back on from above. Show you the bottom. And I'll show you how nice the tracks and runners and everything look. It's all been very well cleaned. If you look at close-ups of all the different letterings and etchings and stuff, they're just, everything is absolutely gorgeous on this machine. Super clean. Looking down into the track, there's the track back. track front, looking down onto the spring return system for the carriage. Here's the right side, same kind of stuff. The bell back there. I can't see what I'm doing there, but hopefully I'm getting something.